Good afternoon, Eastwood community. Good afternoon, Eastwood community. We want to welcome you to our first annual virtual elective fair. I'm Mrs. Torres. I'm one of the assistant principals here at Eastwood High School. I'm going to take you through a few pieces of information, and then I'm going to pass you off to the teachers. I just want to make you aware of there's some things on our website that you can look at as we're going through course registration the next month. The first thing, if you go to the Eastwood website, under our schools, we have a tab that says Academic Planning Guide. If you click on that tab for the Academic Planning Guide for 2021-2022, you'd click here. And this is going to give you a catalog of all the courses that we are going to be offering next year and give you information regarding each course. Another tab that will be helpful for you is under Athletics and Clubs tab. If you go to Clubs and Organizations, we have a list of all the academic clubs and organizations we have, and within some of those, they have links, so you can click on one of the links and it'll take you to that particular club or website, and it'll give you information and give you the information for the sponsor or the teacher and how to contact them. I hope you enjoy this evening. You're able to get the information you need from the teachers, and we'll get started. Mr. Guerrero is going to be our first presenter, talking to us about Mexican American Studies.
Welcome to Mexican American Studies at Eastwood High School. It is a relatively new course that was okayed by the TEA 2 years ago. So we are in our second year. To try to make things short and use the 5 minutes, I'm going to do a tradition from the David Letterman show on the 10 most important reasons for taking Mexican American history. Firstly, I present my name here. This is my email address where you'll be able to contact me. Again, we are in our second year. And so the top 10 reasons for taking Mexican American Studies are: number 10, to better understand the statement, the border crossed us and we didn't cross the border. Number 9, if you remember the Alamo, you need to understand the life of Juan Seguin. Number 8, to realize that the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo continues to be the document that protects and extends our constitutional rights. Number 7, to understand the true impact of your grandmother's chancla. Number 6, to understand that success can never be owned. It can only be rented, and the rent comes due every day. Number 5, because some American politician proudly stated that many of us are thieves, rapists, and murderers. Number 4, to comprehend the statement, this is not your father's Eastwood. Number 3, to understand why it is better to die on your feet than to live on your knees. Number 2, to learn the truths you would never get in a Texas history class. And number 1, if you don't know where you came from, you won't know who you are. So I hope you take an interest in having your child sign up for this class. And I will pass this on in the tradition of Johnny Canales to Amy Thomas of AP Human History or AP Human Geography. Amy, you got it. Take it away.
Thank you, Mr. Guerrero. Hi, my name is Amy Thomas, and I am the human geography teacher at Eastwood High School. We've been offering that for about 10 years now. Not only do I teach AP Human Geography, I'm also a club sponsor. I sponsor several different clubs. Let me show you some of the things that we are doing at Eastwood High School. Oh, this one. Okay, so again, my name is Amy Thomas. There is my email address, athomas1@yisd.net. I also have a Weebly set up at athomas1@weebly.com if you are interested in any of our offerings that I sponsor. So the first that I'm going to talk to you about is HiQ. That is El Paso's coolest nerds. Okay, El Paso's coolest nerds. We compete at KCOS, and you can see yourself on TV. Is it just for the smart kids? No, there's all different types of trivia that we go over, that we compete against. And sometimes you have that little specialty that we need, a lot of pop culture questions that we see, and we always have a good time. Okay, next is Academic Decathlon. This is my second year coaching Academic Decathlon. In Academic Decathlon, you are given materials to study, and then you compete based on those materials. There are 10 different areas that we look at. There's the speech, there's interview, there's an essay, there's science, there's math, there's economics, all different types of literature, music, art. So 10 different areas that we look at and study for the Academic Decathlon. And then finally, I sponsor UIL Social Studies this year. It's my first year doing this. A bunch of my kids from HiQ and Academic Decathlon asked me if I would graciously sponsor them this year. So we're figuring this one out together, but next year will be better. So come join us in UIL Social Studies. And as Mr. Guerrero graciously said, I am the AP Human Geography teacher. Students can earn college credit while they're in high school. AP Human Geography sets you up for success in your future courses, and it really helps when you don't have to pay tuition in college for a course that you can take while you are in high school. Some of our most successful students from the past few years, many of our top 10, started out in AP Human Geography. So if you have any questions, I stopped sharing, so sorry. I'm having a technical difficulty day. Let me present again, so sorry. So again, you can email me at athomas1@yisd.net, or you can look at my Weebly. There's a contact page on there, and it will send an email to me. Thank you for coming by, and I hope to see you in one of our activities, extracurricular activities, or in AP Human Geography. From AP Human Geography, you would logically go into AP World History, and Ms. Holtzman is the teacher for that, and I will turn you over to her.
Thank you, Ms. Thomas. Hi, I am Amy Holtzman. I've been a teacher here at Eastwood for 14 years. I teach Advanced Placement World History, Modern, and for the 10th graders, and in the elective course, Advanced Placement European History. Advanced Placement classes offer students the opportunity to earn extra points on their GPA and college credit while diving deeper into the subject matter. AP World History Modern is for students looking to gain a deeper understanding of history while also practicing analysis and writing skills that will help them in later classes and in any college field of study. Divided into 9 units of study, AP World History classes give students the opportunity to learn about significant events, peoples, and developments from 1200 to the present while referencing the history from before that time. AP World History also fulfills the 10th grade World History credits. Eastwood is one of the few schools in the area that offers advanced placement European history. This class offers students the opportunity for a deeper dive into the events, people, and developments in Europe from about 1450, the Renaissance, to the present, up to and including Brexit. If you're a big fan of the television shows The Crown or The Spanish Princess, or if you want to know more about European philosophy and art, monarchs of Europe, how Napoleon changed the world, what the world wars were all about, AP Euro is this class. AP Euro also pairs really well with AP Art History, which you'll hear more about from Mr. Alvarado a little later on in this evening. I have more information on the Weebly site that is linked on Eastwood, or you can contact me at aholtzman@yisd.net. And now for our wonderful teachers from Dual Language.
Thank you so much, Ms. Holtzman. I have to tell you, my son absolutely loved her class, so I highly recommend everybody to join that class. Hola, buenas tardes a todos ustedes. Les agradecemos su presencia aquí. Yo soy la maestra Verónica Moore. Yo enseño biología y química avanzada. Me da mucho gusto introducir el programa de lenguaje dual que ofrecemos aquí en la preparatoria de Eastwood. El programa de lenguaje dual fomenta el bilingüismo y el bialfabetismo con una mayor conciencia de la diversidad lingüística y cultural a los altos niveles de rendimiento académico a través de la instrucción en 2 idiomas. Nuestra meta es que nuestros estudiantes se gradúen completamente bilingües con el propósito de que su bilingüismo les dé una gran ventaja en sus vidas profesionales y personales. El programa de lenguaje dual ha sido parte de la preparatoria Eastwood desde los mediados de la década de los 2000 y ha graduado a cientos de alumnos orgullosos con honores y el sello de lenguaje dual en sus certificados. Somos parte de una familia mucho más grande de escuelas que ofrecen este programa dentro del distrito, de la ciudad y hasta del país. Los requisitos de nuestro programa se adhieren a la política de lenguaje dual del distrito de Isleta, que al igual se basa en la legislación del proyecto de la Ley 5 de la Cámara de Representantes de Texas. Los estudiantes necesitarán un mínimo de 3 cursos nucleares, 3 cursos de lenguaje español avanzado y un electivo para satisfacer a todos sus requerimientos del programa dual. ¿Okay? Ahora, para ofrecerles información sobre los cursos nucleares que ofrecemos en Eastwood, les presento a las maestras Bernadette Gamboa y a la maestra Nora López.
Buenas tardes, mi nombre es Bernadette Gamboa y soy la maestra de química. Ofrecemos 3 cursos en nuestro programa dual: biología, química y investigación y diseño científico. Los estudiantes en biología estudian una variedad de temas que incluyen estructuras y funciones de células, crecimiento y desarrollo de organismos, funciones de tejido, órganos y organismos, ácidos núcleos y genética, evolución biológica, taxonomía, metabolismo y transferencia de energía en organismos vivos, sistemas vivos, ecosistemas, plantas y el medio ambiente. Los estudiantes tomarán la prueba estatal de biología al final del año escolar. En química, los estudiantes estudian una variedad de temas que incluyen características de la materia, uso de la tabla periódica, desarrollo de la teoría atómica, leyes de gas, química de soluciones, termoquímica y química nuclear. Los estudiantes investigarán cómo la química es una parte integral de la vida diaria. En investigación y diseño científico se cubre cómo formular hipótesis para guiar la experimentación y recopilación de datos. Analizar investigaciones publicadas, desarrolladas y implementar diseños de investigación, recopilar, organizar y evaluar datos obtenidos a través de la experimentación. Comunicar conclusiones claramente y de forma concisa a una audiencia de profesionales. Ms. Nora López ahora va a explicar los cursos que ofrecemos en matemáticas en nuestro programa dual.
Gracias, Ms. Gamboa. Buenas tardes, comunidad de Eastwood. Soy la maestra Nora López, tengo 10 años de experiencia en Eastwood y este es el primer año que se ofrece en programa dual, la clase de álgebra 1. Tenemos otras materias en matemáticas que se ofrecen durante los 4 años de preparatoria. Se ofrece álgebra 1, geometría y la clase de precálculo. Hay otras maestras que dan esas clases. En la clase de álgebra 1 es un fundamento a las matemáticas que van a ver los siguientes años como geometría o precálculo. Les da las bases para poder identificar vocabulario, poder traducir, poder entender los conceptos que en matemáticas hay su propio vocabulario, hay un propio vocabulario en las clases de matemáticas. Entonces preparamos a los alumnos para que año con año tengan más éxito en esta materia, que sabemos que es una materia que es complicada, pero ellos van a adquirir los conocimientos y van a poder desarrollarse mejor cuando lleguen al colegio, y si ellos deciden continuar con el programa dual o hacer una carrera en esta área. Así que los invitamos a que, ojalá les interese, entrar a nuestro programa. Es un excelente programa, estamos trabajando por mejorarlo y esperamos que la comunidad de dual crezca año con año. Así que ahora paso a Ms. Barraza, es la maestra de Dual Credit y ahora ella se va a encargar de explicarles lo de Dual Credit. Gracias.
Buenas tardes, mi nombre es Ms. Barraza, yo también enseño matemáticas en la escuela Eastwood High School, y nada más voy a repasar poquito del club. Okay. ¿Quién estaba presentando? ¿Pueden presentar la página, por favor? La última página del club. Estamos viendo la página, también está es como parte del programa, pero es una extensión fuera de las clases de Dual. Estamos viendo lo que es Dual Language Advisory Board, que es un club que está hecho por estudiantes y corre con los estudiantes. Ellos son los que hacen los proyectos, ellos son los que hacen todo lo que es servicio comunitario. Y técnicamente lo que estamos tratando de hacer es hacer un club que va a también reforzar esas propiedades que estamos enseñando en las clases, que son el bilingüismo, expandir en esa idea, y también la cultura, expresar la cultura en la que estamos enforzando nuestros valores y todo lo que enseñamos. Entonces, si pueden ser parte de este club, por favor traten de apuntarse. La coordinadora es Ms. Blanca Hurtado. Sus datos van a estar en la próxima página. Y ustedes pueden ser parte de este club y exponerse a todas estas actividades que pasan en el club. Son actividades que a veces nos juntamos con otras escuelas para hacer convivios, donde podemos también con la comunidad expandir todo lo que es el bilingüismo. También tienen oportunidades de llegar a posiciones de liderazgo, ¿okay? Pueden también hacerse cargo de este club ya cuando tengan un poquito más de experiencia. Si es algo que ustedes quieren hacer, también pueden agarrar más información sobre eso. So aquí tenemos la información de las maestras que están ahorita para Dual. Como les dije, Ms. Blanca Hurtado es la coordinadora del club. También es maestra de matemáticas. Y aquí estamos todas las demás. Si quieren contactar a alguien, a cualquier maestra, o si quieren información de los consejeros, no duden en contactarnos. Gracias. No sé si quieren agregar algo. ¿Sí? ¿Estamos bien? Ok, entonces con esto termina nuestra presentación de Dual Language, el programa de Dual, lenguaje Dual. Con esto paso al programa de Dual Credit. Entonces voy a presentarme a mí misma. Voy a presentar yo también el programa de Dual Credit, pero ahora me paso a inglés. Entonces, let me transfer and let me get to present. That's what I have to do for my dual credit classes and dual language classes as well. Okay, sorry. So I should be presenting now. So again, welcome. I am Jessica Vargas, and I'm a mathematics teacher here at Eastwood High School. I'll be taking a little bit of time to present to you the dual credit program. I'll be going over just some basics and going into the classes that are offered right now in the program. So if you are interested in getting credit for high school and college at the same time, this is a program that you will probably want to look into. So the dual credit program, if you haven't heard of, is a process, essentially it's a process by which a high school student enrolls into a college or university course. And through this receives simultaneous academic credit for the course for both the college and the high school at the same time. And so when we look into dual credit classes, often they're taught in the high school, but there are the cases where the college does allow some students to go into the university and take those classes and still count them for both high school and college. Okay, so you can see a little bit more on this information in the webpage. So if you are interested, some benefits that come from dual credit, of course, the fact that you're taking a dual credit class means that you will get credit for both the high school and the college at the same time, meaning that you will be saving yourself some money, because once you graduate from high school and you go into college, those college classes you would technically have to pay for. Of course, other things like scholarships and financial aid can help, but if you take dual credit, you don't have to worry about those, that being an issue. And also the time, because you will be taking these classes in high school. Sorry, going too quiet. You don't have to take them in college anymore, which means that you could go from a degree plan that takes you 4 years to accomplish into something that takes you 3, or maybe a little less, depending on the classes, of course, that you take. So if you are interested, please look into further going through the process. One other thing that can be beneficial as well in the high school, not only will you get credit for graduation, but you also can get credit towards your GPA. It counts sort of like AP, pre-AP classes, where you can get credit that is 10 weighted points per class, that is after you get it an 80% or higher. So that is another benefit, okay, that can help you out for scholarships and university applications and things like that. Sorry. So looking at the ways to enroll, if you are interested and you want to look into further information, of course, please contact your counselor, but there's some things that you have to look into doing. Make sure that you do take the TSI before you start looking into the application process, so you can look into where you would be able to place. And so TSI testing is what the college uses to place you as a college-ready student. Also complete the application for the EPCC, okay, because this is a partnership to EPCC and the high school. And what else? So looking at it, follow with the transcript and all the paper, the work that goes through. Once you're in, you will be asked to take 15 college hours per semester, so you can look into where you stand and what will come from each semester. All right, so in the website, you will find more detailed information about this. It is a presentation that is given from EPCC if you want to look into further, into the program a little bit further. And so again, just some benefits. You save money, you save time, and you get some points into your GPA that will help. And of course, having taken some college credits, you already know a little bit of what college will be like. Okay, so cost of college, you can compare how much you would be saving. Looking at this, what would be the TSI scores that you need to take, that you need to get? And keep in mind, these are college classes that are taught at the high school. So we as teachers do have to abide by the college in terms of the laws and regulations that we follow, and the course, the curriculum that we have to teach. So we will see that, of course, the syllabus will explain a little bit more on everything, but things like the FERPA law and financial aid, you want to look into as well, and how it affects you if you do drop a class in that case. Right, so if you want more information about any of this, you can look back again to this website or contact someone that has more knowledge about it. But there's also a website that EPCC has specifically for this program. Okay, there's more information, people that you can contact. Also, one thing to keep in mind, if you are looking into joining the program for next fall, okay, fall 2021, that is August, the application, early admissions application has to be put in by Monday, May 3rd of 2021, this May. Right, so looking into just the classes that we have, I'm focusing here because of the fact that I teach mathematics. I'm looking into math. Right now, what we have that we're offering is the Precalculus class, dual credit Precalculus, which again counts towards 2 classes essentially from the college. The first semester counts as 1, that would be Math 13-14, and the second semester counts as the second one, Math 24-12. So again, this goes into your Associates of Science degree already. Once you have taken those classes, you have those credits, you can move on from there. So again, things like that you will be taking for Precalculus in the high school, we will look at as well in this class, but also we will go towards the curriculum from the college. So it goes a little bit more fast-paced, and so that's something to think about. What else? Right, so these are the prerequisites. Make sure that you are in the dual credit program. Algebra 1, Algebra 2, and Geometry, those are classes that you must have taken before this. And so I'll go ahead and pass this on to Ms. Moore, who will be looking into the following courses for science.
Hello again, everybody. Thank you so much, Ms. Barraza, for the wonderful information. And I'm really excited, everybody, because for the very first time at Eastwood High School, we're going to be offering dual credit biology. Yay! And the requirements for this course definitely coincide with what Ms. Barraza mentioned earlier in the presentation. You got to make sure that you apply to EPCC and that you take all the necessary placement tests in order to be accepted into these courses. This biology course will definitely cover the fundamental principles of living organisms, including physical and chemical properties of life, organization and function, evolution, classification, reproduction, genetics, everything is biology. This is a 4th year college level course. Like Ms. Barraza mentioned, it will go toward an associate's degree for STEM, for science or math or engineering. And we also have a lab portion that will reinforce the principles that we will be learning in this class, okay? I do have to mention, though, that dual credit biology will require a commitment of 2 class periods, and currently the lab portion of this course will most likely be scheduled for 0 period. And so there's something to keep in mind, but I hope it doesn't deter you, because labs are fun, right? And we do offer, so for any information, contact me as far as the dual language biology. But I also wanted to let you know that we do offer additional dual credit courses like English 3, English 4, and the dual credit transition course, which is the EDUC 1300, which is a required course for all new college students. What better way than to just get it over with your senior year if you don't have any other classes that would prevent you from having that extra class. Okay, so for further information, please contact your counselor or administrator. Our administrator for dual credit is Ms. Sanchez. And for any content-specific questions, feel free to reach out to Ms. Barraza or myself. Thank you so much for your time. And now I would like to give the floor to my colleague and the woman who shares my last name, Ms. Moore, who will be talking to you about our Chinese culture program. Thank you.
Thank you. Hi, hello, this is Miss Moore. So I am going to present Eastwood High School, the Chinese class. So I have a couple pictures right here that you can see. Okay, so this is Xi'an, the old capital of China. And if you want to visit, and that is a place to go. This is Guangzhou, the first city that China had opened to the entire world. And you all know this one, the Great Wall. Okay, this is another picture of Guangzhou. This is the capital of Beijing, the whole view. Okay, this is Hong Kong. It's very modernized. This is a forbidden city, the front door. This is Chengdu, I call the city of the panda. And this is the Summer Palace. It's also located in Beijing. And this is another view of Beijing, it's the capital of China. And this is the forbidden city of all the architecture buildings that you can see. Okay, so this is my hometown, Xi'an, the old capital for China. So now I will go ahead and present you why you should take a Chinese class, okay? Okay, so Eastwood High School offers Chinese from level 1 to level 5. And there is 8 reasons I think you should take Chinese. Okay, the first one, learning Chinese offers you many benefits for personal and professional growth. China has the biggest population in the world. Chinese is the most widely spoken native language in the world. So learning language gives you access to communicate and connect with many people on a deep level. China is a modern society that is rich in education, discovery, technology, martial arts, etc. You can look through this window with your very own eyes once you learn Chinese. Chinese is easy to learn because Chinese characters came from images. For example, the character for people is a walking person. So this is a Chinese character of person, okay? Number 5, learning Chinese can improve your overall brain health. Studies have shown that Mandarin speakers use both sides of their brains, which will improve your brain power. So maybe you noticed that many students in all different college, if they are Chinese, normally they have very good in math. Chinese is important for business. China is one of the world's leading exports. For example, in America, maybe we cannot live without China made. If you know the language, it will help you communicate more effectively. From this image, you can see the gentleman in the middle, he from Germany. He speaks fabulous Chinese and he do business with China. And number 7, food is like a gateway into a country, and China has the most delicious food. And just look at that picture. You really want to know the language and to find out if you can, order the Chinese food with a real Chinese food. Okay, number 8, students are introduced to the sounds and writing system of Chinese while developing oral and written communication skills in familiar contexts. Students will participate in cultural activities and gain confidence in the target language. Students continue developing and refining language proficiency with increasing accuracy in the areas of speaking, listening, reading, and writing. Students will learn how to effectively interact with speakers of the target language. Cultural appreciation is increased through study of literature, art, and other aspects of target culture. So you can see I put so many manga picture here. That's what my Chinese students really like it. And also for my experience, so if you pass the AP Chinese with a grade 3, for example, if you go to Texas Tech, you only need to take a 3 Chinese class, you will have a Chinese minor. If you pass with a grade 5, with a score 5, and then you only need to take 2 more classes in Texas Tech, you will have a Chinese culture, a Chinese minor major. So please consider this. Okay, thank you for your time. Thank you. 谢谢. That's all for my presenting. And right now I will be passed to Ms. Hernandez. Ms. Hernandez will be present the Spanish.
Good evening. My name is Elizabeth Hernandez. This is my 28th year teaching Spanish. My passion for teaching Spanish has brought me so much joy and continued learning. I highly encourage all students to advance in their foreign language studies, whether they are native speakers or not. Many colleges and universities encourage or require a 3rd year of foreign language, plus most high school students need to take additional electives. Why not continue advancing in an elective that will have a positive impact on their future? When dealing with our global economy, the job market, and cultural awareness and familiarity, knowing and having exposure, practice of languages, and cultural awareness is key in this evolving world. Today, I'm here to promote Spanish 3 Non-Native, which is one of the classes that I teach this year. And my Spanish 3 non-native class will help students understand the why of intermediate Spanish language and culture. This class is recommended for non-native students who have passed Spanish 1 and 2. Students need not feel intimidated by this class, as its purpose is to help them grow in their skills with no previous expectations assumed. Everyone who takes this class will learn more Spanish than they ever thought possible. The next class that I'm promoting tonight is Spanish 6 Dual Language Creative Writing. My Spanish 6 class is for native speakers, dual language students who have already passed the Spanish 4 AP Language and Culture exam. This class will involve continued use and growth of advanced language skills. We will study various pieces of work by authors such as Jorge Luis Borges, Pablo Neruda, Julio Cortázar, Miguel de Unamuno, Gabriel Garcia Marquez, and more. We will build off of vocabulary, personal expression, and reading comprehension to spark creativity in their writing process, concluding with the creation of original works. I am also here as a representative for the Foreign Language Department known as LOTE, Languages Other Than English. Students and parents, we are looking forward to working with you and are very excited that you are a part of Eastwood. We have an outstanding foreign language department that offers 3 levels of non-native Spanish classes, 6+ levels of native Spanish classes, 4 levels of French, and 5 levels of Chinese. Within these courses, we also offer an array of pre-AP, AP, and dual language classes. We're going to go ahead and begin with the French courses that we offer. Mr. Baudry is our French 1 through 4 teacher, and he is a native French speaker, so he is outstanding at getting his kids speaking French. His email address is fbaudry@yisd.net. Our Chinese teacher is Miss Moore. She teaches levels 1 through 5. Her email address is ymore@yisd.net, and she is also a co-sponsor of the Math Club. Our Spanish 1 non-native and our dual language advanced language teacher is Miss Johnson. Her email address is ejohnson@yisd.net. She also sponsors the Spanish Club, which does a lot of volunteer work for organizations that help with pets. So if you ever need to adopt a cat or a dog, Miss Johnson is the one to contact. She'll help you out. Spanish 2 non-native and Spanish 3 pre-AP are taught by Miss Maria Vargas, and her email address is mvargas1@yisd.net, and she's our wonderful folklorico sponsor. So if you'd like to join her organization, please send her an email. These students do awesome performances, and I'm sure that they can't wait to get back to all of the performances that they used to do before virtual learning and teaching was occurring. So we're looking forward to seeing them perform in the near future. Of course, I've already told you that I am your Spanish 3 non-native and your Spanish 6 dual language creative writing teacher. Once again, my name is Mrs. Hernandez, and my email address is ehernandez@yisd.net, and I am the Lotte Tech Cadre representative. Our Spanish 2 non-native and our Spanish 4 AP language and culture teacher is Miss Ruby Gonzalez Rey. Her email address is rray1@yisd.net. Now, Miss Ray does an awesome job of preparing her students to take the AP Language and Culture exam. These students who score 3s, 4s, and 5s, which are most of our students, they usually score in the 4s and 5s, earn college credit. So if you want to take a class where you're going to earn some college credit after taking an AP exam, this is one of those classes to take. Miss Ray is also the SNHS co-sponsor, that's the Spanish National Honor Society, and she's also our lovely department chair. Our Spanish 5 pre-AP Lit and Spanish 5 AP Lit teacher is Miss Ricarte. Her email address is rricarte@yisd.net. She is also the Spanish National Honor Society sponsor, the SNHS sponsor, and she is our Lotte CIC representative. Once again, Miss Ricarte is one of our amazing AP teachers. And once again, her students usually score 3s, 4s, and 5s on the AP literature exam. So they're also earning college credit. To review any information covered in this presentation, please visit my Weebly, and it's right there for you. It's https://ehernandez7.weebly.com. Thank you for attending this evening, and we hope that we've sparked your interest in some of these foreign language classes. Thank you.
Hi, thank you for your attention. And now I present to you our wonderful Spanish 2 and our Spanish 3 pre-AP teacher and folklorico sponsor, Miss Maria Vargas.
Thank you. Hi, my name is Maria Elena Vargas, and I have been at Eastwood for a while. I won't say how long, but I'm proud to be a trooper. I teach like Ms. Hernandez. Thank you, Ms. Hernandez, for that awesome presentation. I do teach Spanish 2 non-native and Spanish 3 pre-AP, and I love Eastwood. But besides I have a love for Spanish, but I also have a love for dance. I'm a folklorico instructor at Eastwood High School, and we do lots of stuff during the year. These kids work after school, and if you see that we, it's a performing group that meets after school from 4:15 to 5:30 at their own time. They share their culture by performing dances from the many states of Mexico. I dance professionally in Los Angeles. I'm from Los Angeles, went to Cal State Northridge, where I learned the art of folklorico dance. So I fell in love with the art. They perform for school activities and throughout the community. They have competed in competitions in here in El Paso and San Antonio and Austin, and they take workshops from well-known maestros from Mexico. They are passionate about dance and they love to perform. So if anyone's interested, everyone's welcome to this club. It's an after-school club, but we do a lot. We have a lot of support from the school, from the district. You're seeing some pictures of some of the competitions we won in El Dorado. And then our Christmas, where we participate for things for activities for the city of El Paso. I know many people, so they invite us to many presentations. And this is a Winterfest last year. And then we also perform for and do things for, not just perform, but we also participate in cultural events for the district, for Day of the Dead and other activities that the district has for us to do and perform. And we were lucky too. We were proud to have won the Sun City Festival here. We were grand champs, and folklorico was probably one of the first times any folklorico troupe has won a grand champ award. So we are so proud of that. And these kids work so hard after school. They're great, they're wonderful, and I love them all. Like I said, if you need to contact me or you guys aren't interested, you can write me down here where I left to submit your information and your phone number, and I'll get back to you. Any questions about pre-AP and Spanish 2 non-native, you can also write me and ask me questions. And let's dance, guys. Everyone is welcome. Thank you so much for your time. And now I will introduce our awesome ROTC instructors, Major Roberto Santiago Martinez and Sergeant First Class, Debbie Hunter. Bye, guys.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Major Retired Santiago, and I'll be here. Let me pull up my presentation. Again, Major Retired Roberto Santiago. I'm the Senior Army Instructor here at Eastwood High School since 2016. My co-worker is Sergeant First Class Retired Debbie Hunter. She's the Army Instructor. She's been at Eastwood since 2002. Here on this slide, you can see that Jrotc Goals. We kind of promote the citizenship. We really harp that very hard. We develop leadership. This is a leadership course, and we make them really think critical and creative. We put them in a military structure. They do leadership positions throughout different periods, and we put them in positions where they have to do their responsibility and take charge and provide and develop their peers and their subordinates alike. Okay. Another thing that we do is we train to work as team members. We all are a big family, and we promote that in a big way. You can see on the lower left here our Jrotc curriculum, different things that we use to accomplish our mission. We do a lot of extracurricular activities, and I'll talk a little bit more about that. On the national competitions, there's 4 different opportunities that we can go out, compete at a national level. This year, we are striving to go to Washington, D.C., well, in the summer. during our leadership symposium and academic goals. The kids are testing next week for the level 1, and if they make it all the way to level 3, they'll go to Washington, D.C., all expenses paid by the United States Army. One thing that we're not a recruiting, we're not in the recruiting business. We just, our mission is to motivate young people to become better citizens. That's our main goal. If you notice, kids across the nation, there's over 300,000 kids, similar to the kids that we have in our program. Currently, we have 134 kids in our program, and there's over 1,700 schools across the United States and Virgin Islands in Puerto Rico. Some of the things that we do, Jrotc teams, we got over 12 different teams that they can participate on. I only depicted a few here. All these teams are extracurricular. We do practice in the mornings or after school. And there's an opportunity for them to compete in El Paso and outside of El Paso. I'll put this few pictures of the different teams that we had. Physical fitness, color guard, arm and unarmed drill teams. Thank you very much. Again, we want to emphasize that we do leadership. We emphasize on leadership, character, and student success. We try to get these guys to get them through high school and learn the life skills that they're going to need. One thing we really push hard in the last couple of years has been the financial planning. That's been a big success for us, where we teach kids through 6 different modules how to deal with money, how to manage money, how to grow their money, anywhere between opening an account all the way to being able to invest in the stock market. If you have any questions for us, I know Sergeant Hunter is out there. I don't know if you want to say anything. Sergeant Hunter, and introduce yourself. But if you have any questions, you can reach out to us by phone or email, and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. With that being said, I will be followed by Manuel Rodriguez, our guitar instructor.
Thank you, Mr. Martinez. Good afternoon. And here's a little piece, a classical guitar piece. So, hi, my name is Manuel Rodriguez, and I am the new guitar instructor at Eastwood High School. I am very, very happy to be here. I'm originally here from El Paso, and I just moved back here from Wisconsin, and I've been teaching here since 2020. So with that said, I specialize in classical guitar, and I would like to show you a new website that I've created. And here, let me present my screen first. And this is called EHS Guitar Troopers. And this is the Eastwood High School guitar family that I would like to show you. So here, you should be able to see it. So let me start really quick with our mission. And that's something that I go by with, and I would like my students to go by with as well. And it's to develop a deep understanding of classical guitar technique and music, to discover the beauty of it together, and to share our art and craft with others. So in this class, we will look at the classical guitar. That little short piece I showed you is one of a small study that we have been doing these days in my classroom. And we'll look at the history. We'll be looking at the repertoire and beauty of the classical guitar. And as we study music, we will exercise note reading. We'll do music theory, chords, sight reading. We will be doing rhythm, scales. And of course, we'll be adopting a strict discipline practice routine. We'll be learning how to organize our time so that we can practice successfully, so that we can share music with everybody. Also during this time, we will have the opportunity to meet and listen to other great musicians. This past 9 weeks, I had the professor of guitar from UT San Antonio visit our classes, and he played for my students, and as well I had some students play for him, and he just spoke to them a little bit about the guitar and how guitar studied at a higher level, at the university level. Also, of course, the students will be able to take place in a yearly UIL competition, and of course I'll prepare them for that. I'm doing solo and ensemble repertoire. And of course, the most important thing, build a strong sense of camaraderie, right? So I always want my students to be a family, a guitar family, and that is one of my main goals, for everybody to just have some fun, learn how to play the guitar together throughout the years in high school. And this is the EHS Guitar Trooper. So if you would like to check out this website, you can just go to ehsguitartroopers.weebly.com. So now in the next tab here, in the About tab, it's a few pictures of the facilities at Eastwood. And right here, you'll be able to see the room in which the ensemble music will be taking place. We have practice rooms. We have guitar storages. So when they take the guitars, they can leave it there safely. We are equipped with, these chairs are amazing for learning music, and music stands, all the tools necessary for learning an instrument. And of course, this room has a beautiful view. It is about a quarter of the room is windows. So I'm very grateful to have such a beautiful room. So I think everybody will be getting their head cleared a little bit when they walk into my room to take some guitar lessons. Here's another shot. These are the storages back there. And these are some of the performance facilities we have. So this is the Recital Hall, of course. And I haven't used it since I just arrived here during COVID, actually. Hopefully, right after COVID, we can be holding our guitar concerts here. This is the other point of view. And this is a place called the Grand Staircase, I believe, or Stairwell. And very nice acoustics there. So hopefully we can have some concerts there in the future. So there's a few pictures. And of course, you can always check them out at Eastwood. Here's a little bit of information about myself. And I'm not going to go through all of this, of course, but feel free to read this so that you know who your children are working with. And also so that if you run into me, you can always say hello. But yeah, basically, I'm here. I studied my bachelor's and my master's degree in classical guitar performance, and I've been performing for over 10 years, as well as teaching and playing with mariachi ensembles too. So there's a little bit of information about myself. And here we have some sample repertoire that I'll let you check this out if you're interested. Go to this website, ehsguitartroopers.weebly.com. And I would definitely love to fill this space up with students' performances, with your kids' performances. Those would be the best. But here there's a couple of video examples of the type of music we would be playing. So this is a quartet piece that I recorded up in Wisconsin with my good friends here. And this is the type of music we would be doing as an ensemble, 4-part music, but for large ensemble. And also, here's a little sample piece of classical guitar solo repertoire. And that's usually what we would be doing, or I would be working with your children to have them prepare for a competition, for UIL competition. So feel free to look at these videos. Eventually, hopefully, I can fill this up with a bunch of great student videos. So that's the About tab right here. Now, if you go to the Join tab, here are the basic requirements to join my class. Of course, there's extra details here and there that I would be happy to talk to you about when you contact me. But just so you have an idea of how it works, the troop is divided into 4 ranks. So I've decided to divide the ranks into troopers. So that's year 1 incoming students. And there we would tackle foundational skills, reading, technique, posture, all those things that are the building blocks for the next years. So then we would have bronze troopers, year 2, silver troopers, year 3, and golden troopers, year 4. So these would be our seniors, you know, or our Guitar 4 students, the most advanced. Now, the materials needed. I just really want to stress that for this class, the students will need a classical guitar. And this is a classical guitar right here. It's an acoustic guitar. It's an acoustic guitar with nylon strings. So if you go to your local guitar shop or guitar center, you can always ask them for a classical guitar and they'll know where to direct you to. Okay, but of course, feel free to reach out to me and I will definitely share with you great deals on guitars that I know are good quality and economic that you could purchase. And in case for some reason you cannot afford a guitar, then please let me know before you enroll and we can see if we have any guitars available for rent, but that is not always available. So that's on a first come, first serve basis. But usually you can start off by buying a guitar that is from $100 to at the maximum 500, right? But we don't want to go so far. So I think $100 guitar would be great, a nylon string acoustic. And of course, the guitar case, many times they come with a case bundle. So that's really good. A footstool, these are $10. And this is for the foot so that you can lift the leg and play guitar properly. And we have the guitar tuner, right? And that one, there's a lot of apps that we can use to tune that are for free, right? But also, if you would like, you can buy one of those and start playing guitar, making sure the guitar is tuned. But those are our 4 main materials needed for the class, and the music and all of that, then that will be provided. And I really want to say that this is really important. No previous experience required. Your son, your daughter, they don't need to have any experience whatsoever. So if they come without ever having played an instrument, that's totally okay. That's totally fine. I will start with them from zero and make sure they learn everything they need. So by the 4th year, when they graduate high school, the goal is that they should be able to read music on their own and explore the world of music on their own. All right, so this is the join tab. And the last one here is my contact information. And Manuel Rodriguez Almeida is my full name. Here's my extension, my telephone, and my email. And of course, if you would like to, this is just a quick shortcut to send me any questions that you have, any details that you would like to know. Feel free to contact me. I'm always happy to talk to incoming students or parents, of course, right? So please feel free, one more time, feel free to visit this little website that I've created, ehsguitartroopers.weebly.com. And look over it, maybe look at the repertoire and all that. And once again, like I said, feel free to contact me if you have any questions. So I really look forward to speaking to you. And with all that being said, I hope you have a great day. And let me introduce you to Ms. Larissa Rollins, our theater arts teacher. So thank you very much, everybody.
Hi. Hi, everyone. I'm Larissa Rollins. I've been teaching theater arts at Eastwood High School for the last 13 years. I'm also going to be sharing my webpage with you, and I hope that you will take a look and maybe take a chance on one of the classes that we have to offer. So let me share my page with you. Okay. So if you go to Eastwood Theater, THEATRE, .weebly.com, you will find the theater arts page. The very first page, the very first tab is the Welcome to Theater. It has my name, my email, and my phone number where you can reach me if you have any questions about the classes that we offer. It'll give you some information about our program here. Now I teach theater arts 1, 2, 3, 4, and musical theater. So theater arts is going to offer you an opportunity to find your voice. There are so many benefits to taking a theater class, and all of them are going to prepare you for any career that you choose. So in theater arts, you're going to learn acting, directing, and playwriting. We're going to delve into various acting styles, from Greek theater to Shakespeare and all the way to modern contemporary styles. And in addition to that, you're going to be gaining life skills. You're going to want, if you want to create, if you want to perform, gain confidence, learn public speaking, learn how to take initiative and how to work as a team, then take a chance and take a theater class. So after you are done taking Theater 1, you'll have the opportunity to take Theater 2, and then onto Theater 3 and 4. And I do have students that stay with me all 4 years, and it is a joy to work with them and see them grow as performers and as people. So now if you're interested in acting, singing, and dancing, you could audition for musical theater. Musical theater is an upper level class. Students are encouraged to take Theater Arts 1 before they audition for musical theater. You don't have to, but it is encouraged. And if you want more information on musical theater, you can click on this tab here. It's going to give you information on the audition process. You'll have 45 seconds of a monologue to prepare. 16 bars of a song. We will teach you some choreography, and then of course some info on what to wear. You'll hear my dogs. And then just a few pictures of the different things that we do in class. Let's see, what else can I show you? We also give you have many extracurricular opportunities. We have that page here. So this is our drama club. It's open to anyone. If you have any interest in theater, but you don't have room in your schedule, you are welcome to join us after school. And even during this pandemic, we have remained active, just virtually. So every month we meet for parties, we meet for meetings, talent shows. We have weekly dress-up themes and lunch gatherings where students get together to play games like Among Us and charades and Pictionary. So if you want any information on joining Drama Club, if you are interested now, you can join at any time. So let me know, send me an email, call me, and I will get your child signed up to that Google Classroom that we have for Drama Club. Thespians is a National Honor Society. It's an extension of Drama Club. Throughout the year, students earn thespian points by participating in Drama Club activities. And then at the end of the year, we have a huge induction ceremony and banquet to welcome them into the Honor Society. We participate in UIL one-act play competitions, as well as UIL theatrical design. And again, if you're interested, let me know. And then throughout the year, we have auditions for various productions. And those are open to anyone. You don't have to be in a theater class to audition for a show. If you are interested in what happens backstage, then you can click on eastwoodtechtheater.weebly.com for more information on that part of theater. Okay, so the last tab is just a photo gallery of past productions. We're really excited to get back into our school. We can't wait to utilize our theater, or the theater, and put on some productions next year. So here you'll see some of the shows that we've done, from musicals to full-length plays, opportunities that we've offered our students. Last year, we had 4 students perform at the Convocation. Some UIL productions, some more musicals that we've done. And I ended it with this picture because we really are a family. And we invite you to join us. So that's our web page for theater arts, which is the acting and the directing and the playwriting. So anyone interested in that, please let me know. You can use this contact button here to ask me a question, or in the very first page, there's my info. Let's see, what else do I want to tell you? I wanted to show you a few pictures before I send you to Tech Theater of students from the past and the productions or all the things that they were involved in, and then where they are now. I thought that was pretty interesting. So whether you want to be on stage or backstage, we're going to provide you an opportunity to play, to grow, to gain some confidence, figure out what you want to do with your life, and some life skills to get you there. So if you want to be on Broadway, we're going to provide you that foundation to get you where you want to go. If you want to be a nurse, a teacher, a pilot, then we're going to teach you the life skills to help you get there. So if you have any questions, if you want any more information on the theater arts classes or extracurricular opportunities, please let me know. Thank you so much. I'm going to send it over now to Noel Mullenex, our technical theater arts teacher.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Noel Mullenex, and I teach technical theater. I work collaboratively with Miss Rollins, and we work to put on musicals, plays, typically 3 to 4 in a year. So I'm going to go ahead and share my presentation slideshow with you right now. I want to talk about our brand new state-of-the-art theater. We are so excited to have a space that is just so awesome that people are so in awe of the new state of our theater. It's amazing. So let me talk very quickly about classes in technical theater. Behind every curtain lies a work of art. Technical theater is a combination of creativity, engineering, art, craftsmanship, and technology. There are 3 types of classes in technical theater: costume construction, technical theater 1, which is an introductory class, technical theater 2, 3, 4, which are my advanced classes. So the first one I want to talk about is costume construction. Do you want to make clothes or influence fashion? The costume is a big part of our everyday lives, from theater to television to film. Costume construction, this class is for students who want to make their own fashions, make and design costumes. Students will learn advanced hand and machine sewing techniques. Students will learn to use patterns and make garments. Students will gather, build, and alter costumes for our plays. Students will also practice costume sketching techniques. There's so much that can be learned from this class. There's no tests, it's all practical work. This is our current project, which is Millinery. The pictures that you see there were project photos that my students have taken. All of this was machine sewn by my students. It is their second project of the year, and you can already see the craftsmanship that they are learning. In technical theater 2, 3, 4, that's my advanced level technical theater class. Every Eastwood play is constructed by the students enrolled in those classes. They're going to be building with tools, painting, problem solving, and making props. Students work as a team and leave with a sense of pride and ownership of what they have built. So everything in the picture was built by students. There's no tests, there's no book work, it's all practical hands-on work. When we are not working on shows, we are working on advanced design work. The project below was completed this year while we have been learning remotely. In Technical Theater 1, our introductory class, it focuses on theater design. So each 9 weeks, we will discuss a new subject while touching on the main 3 subjects: set design, lighting design, costume design, puppetry, while the rest of the year, will be dedicated to smaller subjects like sound, props, painting, publicity, and makeup. Here are just a few examples of some of the student projects that my students have worked on. This is their work. Let's see. The work in these photos were built and painted by Eastwood students. Past plays include Little Shop of Horrors, The Games Afoot, which was our production from last year. And also In the Heights by Lin-Manuel Miranda. I think it really does give them a sense of pride to finally get to the end of this project and see everything they've built. They're incredibly happy, as you can see by a lot of the smiles. There is my contact information if you would like to talk more about the class or if you want to learn anything else about technical theater. I want to go ahead and I'm going to stop presenting this, and I want to show you very briefly my Weebly page. Let's see. So let me go ahead and, sorry, I don't know why, but I was clicking the wrong button. Okay, so the tabs on my Weebly page at the top, of course, we have the home button, and underneath at the bottom is my contact information again. And there's also a link to the eastwoodtheater.weebly.com page. Under classes, I have more pictures of costume work that we've done. There's a short description of all of my classes, and then more pictures, like I said, so there's a little slideshow down there. Production work, if you want to check out more of our production work, I have tons of photos for you to look at. There's a slideshow. This one is in particular from the year when we did not have a theater and had to go to Bel Air. And then a student gallery where you can see some of the projects that I've done over the years with my students. There's a lot of pictures in here, and all of the pictures in here are student projects. And then, of course, a contact page where you can email me directly. And now I would like to introduce our fabulous band director, Mr. Andrade.
Hello, everyone. I'd also like to introduce Mrs. Veronica Moore, who is our flag instructor, and we kind of work hand in hand. I want to tell you all that the Eastwood Band has a long history of greatness and success. I've been at Eastwood for 30 years as the band director, and actually Mrs. Moore was one of my flag girls the first couple of years I was at Eastwood. So, and I also graduated from Eastwood, and obviously she graduated from Eastwood as well. So let me present our webpage here. Our webpage is real easy to remember. It's just trooperband.com. So you can hopefully see it here. And there are several tabs. I mean, this is a website that we use, that our students and parents use pretty much on a daily basis. We have a home page that has just some general information. It has our kids that made all region this year. Several of them just auditioned for All-State, and we'll find out those results hopefully on Sunday. There's just some general information on this page. There's a Booster Club page, a calendar page, which there's nothing on right now because we're not doing a whole lot because of COVID. We do have a gallery page right now. On the gallery page, it just has pictures of our seniors from last year, little tributes that we did that we put on Twitter for our seniors from last year. There's a student info page, which has a password that is, we put up information that is just for our students there. And then this is our kind of our recruitment page that we've created. And we have some videos here of our drum majors from this year and our flag captains from this year. And there's also a little teaser here for our show for next fall, which is called The Heist. And we're real excited about that. We also have some Just some little, some of our seniors made little quotes about band and how they enjoy it. And we have one of our senior flag captains down here. And then we just have some information, just general information about why you should be in band and what you can do besides being in band. I think one of the greatest things about Eastwood is that if you want to do it, if you want to participate in something, you can. And what's great about band is, like, if you don't play an instrument but you'd still like to be a part of the band, you can always join guard. And you know, that's something that those students start their freshman year. The band performs at halftime at all the football games, and we're out there supporting the football team at every game, home and away, except for this year. We have what we call Bandtober, which is the month of October, which is our competition season for marching band, where we have pretty much a competition just about every week between UIL and New Mexico State and other competitions. We also have a jazz ensemble, which also competes. And then we have concert and sight reading. And we also do a lot of individual things, you know, all region that I just mentioned, opportunities to make all state, solo and ensemble, and several other things that are also individual type things. So we not only perform as a group, but we also have individual performance opportunities as well. One statement, 66% of college music majors who applied for medical school in 1996 were accepted, while only 44% of biochemistry majors were, which I think is a great testament to what music does in our lives. Imagine watching a movie with no music. Imagine watching even TV with no musical background. You know, every single show that starts with a piece of music and usually ends with a piece of music. So I think being a musician is a great way to be. We have also sign up here if you're interested in signing up for band. You can click on this and it'll take you to a Google form where you can get us your information. You can contact me here on this tab. There's a contact. You can contact me, Mr. Avila, or the Booster Club. Mr. Avila is our percussion instructor, but we need to add Miss Moore to that as well. Miss Moore, would you like to say anything about Guard?
Sure, thank you so much. I don't want to take a lot more time, but I'm a first year proud sponsor of the Color Guard. Like Mr. Andrade said, I was a previous flag girl, so I'm really excited about this. I always believe the flags being the little black dress of the marching band. We do choreographed dances, routines with various equipments, with flags, with rifles, with saber, and we're gonna start a winter guard season, and we're gonna have that underway hopefully for next year after COVID, that we begin competitions at the state level and even national level. So I'm really excited how wonderful this group is and where we're gonna go with this. And I thank you for giving us the time today. So.
Okay, great. And we're really excited to have her on board to help us out. At this time, again, if you have any questions, you can always email me at tandrade@yisd.net. And our webpage again is trooperband.com. So at this time, I'd like to introduce Mrs. Ursula Casas, who is the director of the Trooperettes, who we also play for at every football game. And we enjoy doing that. We probably learn more music than anybody else because we have to play for the Trooperettes. So at this time, there's Mrs. Casas.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Andrade. Thank you, Mrs. Moore. As Mr. Andrade stated, the band is key to Trooperettes. Yes, Trooperettes is a long-standing tradition at Eastwood High School. It was established in 1962, and we have had the privilege of having at every halftime, having our wonderful, amazing band play live music for us. And so Trooperettes is just a wonderful tradition. It is a team of 77 young women this year. Some years as big as 89, and I've had last year was a team of 66. So there is variation, but this year we are a proud team of 77. And so my name is Ursula Casas. I've been at Eastwood High School for about 15 years now. I have been the director of Trooperettes for 10. I also am a proud Eastwood graduate and former Trooperette as well. And let me just share some good basic information with you. I believe, Mr. Andrade, you're still sharing your screen. So if you don't mind, thank you. And then I'll share my screen with you all. So good evening, everyone. And we'll go through our info here. So in our ever-changing times, I wanted to just start off right off the bat with some good, solid information for you, where to find updates, where to see what's the latest, what's going on. We, of course, with our ever-changing times, we're hoping to be back on campus soon with our students, but for our upcoming year, for the 2021-22 school year, we'll be gearing up for tryouts this coming spring, and it is probably most likely that they would be virtual auditions. So Trooperettes, you do have to audition to be on the team, and you have to make the team, and then you would have Trooperettes as a class period. So here are just, if you have your phone handy, or if you want to take a picture or a screenshot, these are the good solid places to follow and to get info. So I highly encourage you, if you have any interest in Trooperettes or want to find out more, to follow our Instagram. I'm going to walk you through these in just a second. So we're at Instagram.com/Eastwood Trooperettes. Also for our Twitter, twitter.com/EHS Trooperettes. And then we're going to visit our website, ehstrooperettes.weebly.com. So if you want to jot those down or take a screenshot or take a picture, I highly encourage you to. And if you have any interest, please follow our Instagram and our Twitter, because these would be the fastest ways to get info or updates as our tryout season approaches and all of that good stuff. So I'm going to share with you our webpage. So ehstrooperettes.weebly.com. Again, Trooperettes is a large team. We are what is called now often referred to as a precision dance team or a drill team. Yes, so we perform halftime at every football game, home and away, when safety allows us to, accompanied by our amazing band. We perform at pep rallies, we're at parades, very active on our campus. We had a fabulous community service activity this last December. We were able to assemble and put together 100 gift bags for our students in need. And this coming February, we're doing Valentine's for our Child Crisis Center of El Paso. So really trying to be active in this time where things are a little bit different from the usual without our usual performances. But like I said, we are a 77-member team, proud to represent the home of El Paso's finest. And again, it is a team that is led by, I am the director, but I could not do it without my outstanding student leadership. We have 13 captains and officers. Trooperettes is a 4-year varsity group, and then opportunities to grow and have leadership are abundant on our team, because it takes outstanding young ladies and with outstanding leadership abilities to really make a team of our size as successful as it is. So a longstanding tradition in our El Paso community. It's a name that is well recognized, and I believe our young ladies at Eastwood High School represent it very well. So again, here are our Instagram, again, here for you, our Twitter and our YouTube channel. So if you would like to see more about our performances, you can click here to our YouTube channel and watch some of our most recent and some of our older videos of different performances. And then again, these are our Instagram and Twitter that you can follow for the most up-to-date information as things come up. I did want to show you back at the top of our page again, Something that we will be building upon as we become, plans become more concrete for our tryout season. You'll want to refer back to our this tab 2021 tryouts. And here we'll be building links to info, application packets, how-to videos, instructional things. And so this is where you'll want to check. But anytime we make an update, we will post it on our Instagram, on our Twitter, so you know to go and check it out. Yeah, so again, I just really encourage you to follow our Instagram and Twitter, because it'll give you an immediate update and an alert on your phones or whichever device you use. So when you come over to our Instagram, you'll see we have a significant number of followers. So again, this is kind of our go-to mode to transport information, but you can see this is where we recognize things from the past, our girls with birthdays, our community service activities. So if you're interested in seeing what's going on with us this year, the things that we do, our seniors from last year and their recognitions and their plans, I just encourage you to check out our different accounts, go to our YouTube page, see our performances, and I would love to answer your questions. So I'll go back to our contact page as well, so you can just get my email. My email is ucasas1@yisd.net, and you can come back and check things out and email me any questions. Again, you can try out for Trooperettes going into your freshman year and be a 4-year Trooperette. It is a 4-year varsity group, and you can letter 4 years if you meet all the criteria. So again, my email is ucasas1@yisd.net. So if you have any specific questions, I would love to answer them. And I'm not sure if I've met my 5 minutes, but if you have any time, I just encourage you to come back, look at the website, check out the videos, follow our social media, find out about who we are, and feel free to email me or call me at 434-4000, and I'd love to hear from you. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Again, the website is ehstrooperettes.weebly.com, and you can find all of our team info there, and my email again, ucasas1@yisd.net. So welcome to the Eastwood community. So many wonderful courses, so many opportunities. I encourage you to find the thing that you are most interested in and just go for it. So with that, I'm going to stop sharing my screen and now hand it over to our amazing dance teacher, Mrs. Sheila Dwyer. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ursula. I really do appreciate it. The Trooperettes are amazing, and you want to definitely check out that site. I'm going to share with you more about the dance program.
Hi, I'm Sheila Dwyer. I teach dance at Eastwood High School, and I'm so happy that you all came tonight. I want to share with you a little bit about our program. The first thing I want to share with you is, I think you all have probably been told this, but if you go to Eastwood High School and then you go to clubs and organizations, when you drop down on that tab, you're going to have dance and Sheila Dwyer. When you click on that, this is what's going to show up. This is our dance website at Weebly. It's really neat because there's those lines at the top help you to go into tabs. On the tabs, you can click on Dance 1 and find out a little bit more information on Dance 1. You click back on the lines and go through all the different tabs that we have and go back to home. I'm going to play you a Saltatrix video from our senior assembly from 2 years ago when we didn't have the pandemic. And while I'm telling you a little bit about Dance 1 and our program. So Dance 1 is not an audition class. You do not have to audition to be in Dance 1. It counts as a PE, it counts as an elective, and it counts as a fine arts. So you can take Dance 1 or dance, for that matter, for any of these requirements for graduation. The cost for Dance One is $68, but what that buys is a uniform that you use every single day in Dance One, because we do suit out every single day and we dance every single day. I've heard tales of people that go to dance class and put on makeup and do their hair, but not at Eastwood High School. We dance every single day. And so you'll be buying a uniform that it consists of a top that's kind of fitted. It consists of jazz pants that are fitted, and then black jazz shoes. And they'll use these every single day in class. I also have them embroidered because, again, God willing, we'll be back in the locker rooms changing and suiting out, and we don't want to get them mixed up with other people's clothes. So your clothes will have your name on them, and that way you can spare some confusion. Dance One class also performs a dance recitals twice a year. The Christmas recital, they do one dance, and then the spring recital, they do 2 dances. This really helps with dancers' confidence and just poise. Also, some people take dance to get into shape. We definitely do sit-ups every day, as all my dancers will tell you, and you definitely get into shape when you're in dance class. You also learn all kinds of new dances, and then some dancers take it because, say, for example, they try out for Trouperettes and they don't make it. Dance class will help you get ready for tryouts for the following year. So if you're taking dance next year, it will help you get ready for Trouperette tryouts the following year. It helps you get ready for Saltatrix, Advanced Dance, and Dance 2 tryouts as well. So we actually right now are working on the Trouperette tryout dance to help those dancers get ready for tryouts. So no matter if you're taking Dance One for fun, to get into shape, or to try out, Dance One is a really fun class to take for your PE, fine arts, or elective requirements. The next thing I want to show you, you can actually watch more Saltatrix videos when you get into these, into that format. The next thing I want to show you is for Dance 2. So Dance 2 is a really neat class because what it does is it's a little bit higher level. It helps you work toward just getting better as a dancer. Some people take Dance 2, like some of the Trouperettes in Dance 2, because they can't take another dance like Advanced Dance or Saltatrix, but this gives them that level of dance and they can still remain in Trouperettes. Some of them tried out for Saltatrix, and so they're working toward that level. The cost of Dance 2 is $80, but that is because we bring in guest choreographers like 3 times a year, which I'm going to show you right now. And these guest choreographers dance with only Dance 2, Advanced Dance, and Saltatrix. The girl that's going to the front right now, she's a guest choreographer that we flew in from LA last year, and this is last year's video. And then she worked with Dance 2, Advanced Dance, and Saltatrix. So the $80 goes towards her, flying her in, her hotel, her meals, and then the class. It's neat because some of us don't have the opportunity to go to LA. And so we bring LA to them. So this is Megan Sannett. And the $80 that you pay for Dance 2 goes for this. They also sometimes get choreographers to come in and work in terms of teaching the choreography that they're going to use for this coming year. Like we had Sarah Licon choreograph a hip hop dance for Dance 2 that they'll perform later on this year. So we also have choreography that only Dance 2 gets to use. Advanced Dance is another group. I'm going to show you one more video of these professional choreographers that come in. This one was a background dancer for J-Lo and Shakira last year in the Super Bowl. And she also danced in Justin Bieber's Yummy. She also was on So You Think You Can Dance. Her name is Tiffany Mayer, and she's an amazing dancer. And you can see there how this works with all the dancers from Dance 2, Advanced Dance, and Saltatrix getting the benefit, again, of a LA choreographer. So advanced dance is a little bit higher caliber. Again, we don't have after school practices, and I should say we don't have after school practices for dance too as well, but for advanced dance, there are no after school practices. So some of the dancers that are in advanced dance do it because one girl, like say for example this year, is in volleyball. So she does volleyball, club volleyball and Eastwood volleyball, and she can't practice after school. So she's in advanced dance so that she can keep up her ability and be part of a Eastwood High School group, but yet not have to worry about after school practices. The cost for advanced dance is $300. With that, they get Friday outfits, which is like a tank with embroidery, a jacket with embroidery, pants, tennis shoes, a costume like they're wearing right now with their body tight and with jazz shoes. Also, it pays for the choreographers, again, to come in and work with them from LA. And also sometimes choreography is given to them, and I pay the choreographers to teach them like higher caliber, I guess you'd say, choreography. This is advanced dance performing at Burning of the E. They typically perform, they for sure get to do the Burning of the E parade. Sometimes they get to perform at Burning of the E. This is with Matthew, Ruby, and they were like the background dancers for this performance. And they perform civically, and they perform a lot at recitals. They also, again, it's when you try out for Saltatrix, you are trying out for advanced dance. And the next group that after Saltatrix goes into advanced dance. There's 30 in advanced dance. And so it's a really good group to help you get ready for Saltatrix the next year if that's what you're looking for. The last group that I'm going to talk about is Saltatrix. Saltatrix is Eastwood's elite competition group. We go to compete every year in LA. And I'll tell you more about that in just a minute. But let me just tell you first that with Saltatrix, the cost is $560 approximately, and that pays for all the costumes that they need. And you're going to notice some really cool costumes that they use for competition in LA. In order for us to compete in LA, we're going to need to have some pretty neat costumes, you can imagine. So we work hard all year for that event. They have lunch practices every single day, and they have after school practices Monday and Wednesday. When it's homecoming or Burning of the E or competition, sometimes we might have an extra practice or two, but for pretty much it's practice Monday and Wednesday after school only. They do go to LA to compete. The very first year that I took them, which was in 1996, believe it or not, I remember sitting in the audience and thinking, oh my gosh, we are so out of our league. We are never, ever going to get a trophy. So then I had to make a decision. Do I want them to compete at this level, which is all professional dancers in LA, or do I want to take them to a high school competition? And I made the decision to take them to this professional competition. And what it did is it just made these dancers so good. It really does get them to that level. We got the second year I went, we got 1 trophy, then we got 4 3 years later, and then after that it's just been going up and up. And the last year we were able to go before COVID, we won 12 trophies out of 12 entries. I'm telling you, I was bawling my eyes out because I never thought we would do that well. But they really put their hearts into it, and you can tell that they really, really work toward this. When they're doing the Tremaine performances, I mean, when they're getting ready, let me show you this one. Okay, so it's going to be, I lost my, okay, I'm going to present one more little thing here. Start presenting, wait a minute. Here we go. All right. Sorry about that, you guys. Hang on 1 second. Okay. Hi, I'm Sheila Dwyer. I teach dance at Eastwood High School.
This is wrong.
And I'm so happy that you all came tonight. I want to share with you a little bit about our program.
Okay, that's not going to work. So I'm just going to go back to me, the real me. So let me just tell you real quickly. Am I on stop presenting? Let me check real quick. There we go. Okay. The last thing I was going to tell you is just that about the tryouts for Saltatrix. So the tryouts are probably going to be at the beginning of May or the end of April. I'll be presenting on Weebly more of the specifics of tryouts, but I wanted to give you just a heads up on what the kids would need to know. So dancers will need to know kick sequence using port de bras. They'll need to know leaps. They'll need to know PK, Shanae, Shanae, and they would need to know three dances that they would learn in 3 days. So the first dance they're going to learn is lyrical. The second day they would learn their jazz, and the third day they would learn their hip hop, and then they would audition with all 3 dances that last day. We also have an Instagram account that we'll be posting things on as well. And you know, I always say Eastwood is really the dance magnet school for the city. We have so many amazing dance programs. If you love dance or you have dance on the brain like I do, you're going to love Eastwood. There's just something to fit everybody's desires in terms of a dance program. So without further ado, I'd like to present our fabulous speech teacher, Pablo Martinez.
Hi, thanks, I appreciate it. My name is Mr. Martinez, and I am the speech and debate coach for Eastwood High School. I even wore my shirt today. Thanks a lot. I'm here to talk to you a little bit about if you have some interest in joining speech and debate. So if you have a child at home that loves to argue with you, but you can't stand them because they don't know how to argue the right way, I would love to mold your child into a wonderful debater. It's not just about debate. Well, we have some wonderful speech events. Let's go through this little presentation that I have to talk about the different kinds of events that you can join with speech and debate. And we have a plethora of events. That's a special word that I've put out there just for Mr. Stovall, Coach Stovall. He's actually coming up after my presentation. All right, so with speech and debate, we offer speech events and debate events, which are actually different types of events. And as soon as this pops up on the screen, which it doesn't want to cooperate with me. So, wonderful. Thank you so much for doing that. If you're into speaking, if you like to talk a lot, you're going to love all of the events on the left side of the screen. The domestic and international events are for people who like to keep up with the news every day. If you love seeing news coming up on the screen, the international and domestic events are all about questions about the news. You get to put together a 7-minute speech just about what's happening either in the United States news or in the international news area. The duo or the duet interpretation events is you and a partner together. If you like to work with other people, then you and your partner get to perform a piece. It can be from a play, it can be from some type of prose piece, and you and a partner get to basically perform. It's almost like theater, except you don't get any props. So it's literally just you and your partner on a stage, and that is it. At most, for the duet event, you get a chair. And that's all you get. For the program oral interpretation event, you get a binder, and that's all you get. No other props are involved in the POI event, but then you get to combine aspects of poetry, prose, you can even put in some other types of monologues into your entire event, and you get 10 minutes to wow the crowd with however your delivery comes out. For the dramatic and the humorous interpretation events, once again, you're all alone on the stage, in your outfit and you have 10 minutes of a memorized piece. It can be from a published play. It can be from a published novel. It can be just a monologue if you were. But obviously, you choose the category. Do you want to be taken as a serious orator, or do you want to do something funny and make the crowd laugh? Either way, you have 10 minutes by yourself to put your all into the speech. Our last two categories are really interesting. The informative category is a category where you craft an original speech and you speak to the crowd, letting us know something we didn't know before. That's why it's called informative, obviously. But the whole hook of the informative speech is, why is it important that we are getting this new knowledge? If you're going to teach me how to make popcorn in a way I've never known how to make popcorn before, why is it important that I'm learning a new skill? So that's the really great part about the informative speech, is that you get to teach me how to do something new, but then tell me why is it important for me to do this? And last but not least, one of the greatest events of the entire speaking event section is the original oratory. You get to speak for 10 minutes about whatever you want. The original oratory is set up for 10 minutes of anything you have on your mind. And that's literally it. You could tell me about anything, but it has to be something that's important to society. What do you think society has to either change, improve on, or become better at? And the original oratory can be something that's deeply, deeply personal to you, or it can be something that is deeply personal to somebody that you know, or something that you have seen that you just think needs to be acted on in a way that can move the audience. And yes, it's something that's kind of persuasive. So it's a really great event, definitely one of my favorites, and definitely one that people really, really get into. And the scene is incredibly competitive. Now, let's move over to the debating events. If you want to go head-to-head with other people and you really think that you have what it takes to do the research and get into it. The Lincoln Douglas is a classic event. It goes all the way back to, yes, Abraham Lincoln. When we're talking about Lincoln Douglas events, we're not just talking about I'm right and you're wrong. We're taking right and wrong to a philosophical level. Why are we right and wrong about certain things? We take it to topics like police brutality. We take it to topics like, I believe, nuclear weapons even, and things like that. But why are these things important? So it's not just about finding materials and finding sources. It's about finding the philosophies behind why are these things right and wrong on a moral level. So Lincoln Douglas is an amazing event. Policy debate, also known as cross-examination, pairs you up with another person, and you and your partner go head-to-head with another duo. And you and that team will battle it out by putting together a set of policies, what you think would be better for people to adhere to. It's like you're going in front of a board to pass new policies for people to maybe pass a law coming up later on. Public forum is pretty much very close to the cross-examination round. You and a partner are going to be dealing with issues. And then you and your partner have to decide, well, which issue is more important than the other? And that's a great way for us to talk about how do we decide what things are more important to people than others. And as we've kind of seen throughout this whole year, there are a lot of people who think their issues are more important than others. So how do you get your issue heard? World Schools is a great event. It happens once a year. And to get chosen for the World Schools teams is a great honor that happens to only some of the best debaters throughout the whole region. And last but not least, I did leave out the event, the Congressional debate event. That's a super fun event that that happens every week or at every tournament, and you are literally passing and debating laws like you're in an actual pretend congressional session.
We actually debate with 3 different organizations here in Texas, the TFA, the Texas Forensic Association, the NSDA, the National Speech and Debate Association, and of course through UIL. And each of these organizations allows us the opportunity to compete at a super high level. We're talking about championships for TFA, championships for the National Speech and Debate Organizations, and the championships for UIL. So each of these organizations provides us an opportunity to win trophies and get super cool recognition. And we're talking about when the travel bans on competitions are lifted, trips across the state and across the country. The really cool thing about speech and debate through this pandemic has been we've been able to compete virtually this entire year. So none of our competitions have been excluded from any of the exclusions that have been happening to the other sports, which is kind of neat. You can definitely contact me if you have any questions about joining. My email is pmartinez28@yisd.net. All of our socials are pretty closely related to EHS Debate. You'll see us here on Instagram, Debate Eastwood on Twitter for sure, and our website, which I will definitely show you very briefly. If there are some of you out there that are very new to debating, our website is a great place for you to start, especially if you're kind of shy and not sure if debating is for you, because one of the things that we've done with our website is we've put the rules for all of our competition events on the website. So if you are brand new to debate and you don't know if you're kind of interested in it and you kind of want to learn how to debate, you can head to the competition event section on our website. And you can kind of start teaching yourself how to do
these kinds of things. And there's a lot of videos that I've put up here to show you how to do each of these events. So that's one thing that you can kind of do ahead of time before you kind of get a hold of us and find out if speech and debate is right for you. So that's all
I've got for you. If you want to get a hold of me, once again, you can always email me directly. Once again, my email address is pmartinez28@yisd.net. Thank you for your time. And I'm going to leave you with Mr. Stovall coming up next, Coach Stovall, who's going to talk to you about the literary magazine.
Good evening, everyone. I'm going to start with the newspaper. The Eastwood Saber is our school newspaper, and I am the sponsor for that. Let me share my screen with you, please. Right. My name is John Stovall, and I'm the newspaper advisor here at Eastwood. I've taught many things in my years here: English, creative writing, newspaper, speech, literary magazine, coached golf, coached baseball for the last 24 years, and this has been the great honor of my life to work at this school and work with some of the finest young people in El Paso. Our newspaper, The Saber, has been in constant publication from 1961 up until 2011, and our journalism program then was discontinued. However, in 2015, a group of students came to me with a desire to revive our newspaper, and we were able to get it going again in an online form to begin with. And we do publish a paper issue periodically when funds permit. Our program suffered a little bit with the construction of the new school and with freshmen being housed on another campus, but we're trying to build it back to full strength again. The pandemic's been a setback, but we've joined with the yearbook staff this year to combine our efforts into one yearbook, which will contain contributions from the newspaper students as well as the literary magazine students. We maintain a website where all stories are published, and that's what you see on your screen. That's our Eastwood Saber online. And as you can see, it's got several categories across the top, different categories of stories that you can browse through at your convenience. We also provide some social media content on Twitter. And like I said, we do publish a printed issue from time to time. Our journalists are able to see the action up close at games, events, performances, and contests, taking photographs, interviewing participants, coaches, sponsors, and other community members. It's a great experience, great experience for young members of the press, and you could be there soon. You know, you may not be the type of person that wants to be in front of the camera. As you can probably tell, I'm not one of those people either, but behind the scenes, journalists carry the heavy load in our society. And I'm sure you can see that happening, especially these days. So please consider enrolling in our program next year. I'm going to show you some things on the website. When you go to the Eastwood homepage and the clubs and organizations page, you will find a link there that will take you to this page right here on our SABRE website. As you can see there, a picture of the burning of the E. Like I said, you can have a front row seat. That's as good a seat in the house as there is for the burning of the E. Football games, baseball games, dance performances, volleyball, tennis, plays, you name it. If you're willing to make the time, you can report on them. And your interviewing, writing, and photography skills can prepare you for careers in print, online, and video media as a copywriter, editor, journalist, marketing, advertising, social media marketing, photojournalists, and also television production. Some alumni, SABRE alumni from past years who have gone on to careers in college and professional journalism. Ileana Limon is the sports content director at the Orlando Sentinel in Orlando, Florida. Alyssa Tejas is a reporter and multimedia journalist at KLBK in Lubbock, Texas right now. Alexandria Dominguez was the director of digital strategy at the Daily Texan, the newspaper for the University of Texas at Austin. I believe she did that for all 4 years there. She just graduated this past year. And it does help with tuition. There are stipends paid for college news positions, so it's something to think about. Albert Luna was the editor-in-chief of the New Mexico State University newspaper, The Roundup. And Larry Rodriguez Shea, who graduated in 2019, is the sports editor for the St. Mary's University newspaper, The Rattler. So there are opportunities out there for diligent journalists. I want to thank you all for coming this evening. And if you need any contact information, before I go there, to register for the journalism courses, it is a little bit confusing, so let me explain that. I'm sure Ms. Rivera, our yearbook person, will touch on this too. But our beginning journalism course is called Principles of Audiovisual Tech Yearbook 1. And the course number is V100C. So if you need that, you can go right back to this web page through eastwoodsabre.com. That's SABRE, or you can link it through the clubs and organizations page on the Eastwood website. And I urge you to contact me personally or Ms. Rivera if you're interested in journalism. You can call, you can email, and we can set up a virtual meeting, but I think it's really important for you to meet with the teachers for these different programs before you make a decision, because those decisions are difficult to undo sometimes. And if you know more about it, you get a feel for the people that you're going to be working with, you can make a much more informed decision and be much happier at the beginning of next year. I'm going to also present for the literary magazine. If you me just a second here to had to make a last minute edit. Our literary magazine and creative writing program is also a long-standing tradition here at Eastwood High School. I am the advisor for the literary magazine. Our creative writing teacher is Mr. Leo Medrano. He is a 2004 graduate of Eastwood and also a graduate of the creative writing program at UTEP. And he's a fantastic young teacher. Our literary magazine, which is called Reveille, it doesn't look anything like it's spelled, but it's pronounced Reveille, has been in constant publication since 1963. This year will be our 59th volume, and it will be incorporated into the yearbook as well. Because of the pandemic, Ms. Rivera and I have decided that we can pool our resources and put together a really nice book for this year. Like I said, Reveille has withstood the test of time and established itself as a long-standing tradition at Eastwood. The literary magazine class has been publishing an edition constantly for all these years, except for the first 2 years, 61 and 62, where there were mostly 7th and 8th graders at the school. But the important thing, our editor this year, Sam Marentes, wanted me to make sure that I said this, that the Reveille offers everyone a chance to be heard. And everyone has the right to be heard, and we want to protect that right. So to join the Reveille staff, if you're a freshman or sophomore, you should take creative writing, and the course number is E8990. And if you're new to the writing program and you're not a senior, that's what you should take, creative writing. Okay? Then after you finish the creative writing course, if you already have taken creative writing, then you take Advanced Journalism Literary Magazine 1, which is course number J110. And if you're a senior, then you need to contact me and I will discuss with you if we can get you placed directly into the literary magazine course. And here's our contact information. That's my email and Mr. Medrano's email. We also have a Twitter account at EHS Reveille, and you can find us there too. And again, let me reiterate, please take the time, do some investigation, talk to the teachers. You'll be glad you did. Thank you all for coming. And now I would like to introduce our AP Art History teacher, our yearbook teacher, Dr. Michelle Martinez Rivera.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Michelle Rivera. I'm the yearbook advisor here at Eastwood High School. I've been here since 2014, the 2014-2015 school year. This will be my 7th book here at Eastwood High School. Since I've taken over the program, we've become a nationally recognized program. We've won countless awards from Columbia Scholastic Press Association, the National Scholastic Press Association, the American Scholastic Press Association, as well as the Interscholastic League Press Association press conference, which is UIL. So I'm going to show you all our website so that you can take a look at it. And here is our website. The homepage has just the covers of the different books that I've produced since I've been here. There's a little recruitment video that tells you what goes on in yearbook. Just the promo covers for all of the books that I've been involved with, some of the tools that we use. And there's the contact. If you want any information, you can put your name and any questions that you may have there, and it will come straight to me. On the About Us page, About Yearbook, you'll see as you scroll down, these are the courses that are involved with Yearbook. So you have Principles of Audio Visual Technology, Yearbook 1, Digital Media, Yearbook 2, Commercial Photography, Yearbook 2, and then you have Commercial Photography 2 and 3. That's a typo there. You have Advanced Yearbook 3 and 4. All right, so the things that you will learn, obviously you're going to learn how to write to be published, to improve your writing skills. You're going to learn Adobe InDesign. You're going to learn layout and design for newspaper and yearbook. You're going to learn graphic design. You're going to learn Photoshop and photo editing. You're going to learn how to use a DSLR camera using manual settings. You're going to learn how to improve your photography skills. You're also going to learn how to work independently and work as a team and how to meet deadlines. And that's a very crucial skill for all students to learn, especially when you go out into college and into the real world. Meeting deadlines can make or break you. So if you are interested in any career in the media, regardless of what it is, this is going to be the class that helps you get where you need to go. All right, if you scroll through the tabs on our website, you'll see the different books, the different staff members that were part of that group, and pictures of them in action. What we do is we put together a 350-page book from scratch. It's original design from cover to cover, and we do that every year. All the pictures are taken by students, all the writing is done by students, all the design is done by students. Yearbook is an excellent thing for your resume when colleges are looking at you, because they know that kids who were in yearbook or in student publications as a whole know how to work under pressure. Being in yearbook is stressful. We have deadlines, and if kids can work under that kind of pressure and complete deadlines in a timely manner, then they know that those kids are going to accomplish their goals. All right. You can email me at any time to ask any questions that you may have. You can contact me also. I'm sorry, I don't think my webpage came up there. Okay, so I don't know what happened. Anyway, it's saluteyearbook.weebly.com, saluteyearbook.weebly.com, and my contact information is on the website. It also has our socials. We're on Twitter, on Instagram, and on YouTube. Everything says Salute Yearbook. So if you want to look at anything that we have, you're more than welcome to do that. And if you have any questions, you can contact me. My email is mrivera5@yisd.net. Thanks for your time. And now I'm going to introduce Mr. Eloy Alvarado, the AP Art History teacher.
Thank you very much. Good evening. I am going to talk about AP Art History and the other class that I teach, Graphic Design, and Graphic Design 1 and 2. AP Art History, and I'm going to go ahead and show you my website here. AP Art History, in that class, you have the opportunity to test for college credit, and that can get you upwards of 6 hours of a humanities credit in college. And I'm going to go ahead and play this without any sound so I can talk through it. And in AP Art History, we really look through the history of the world as seen through the eyes of the artist. And we cover everything from cave paintings all throughout the centuries and millennia, and all the way up into contemporary art of the 21st century. It's a fun class. I really enjoy teaching it. I try and make it as exciting as possible because I'm excited about it. It's my very favorite class to teach. I've been teaching it since 2006, and if you're interested in taking it, just make sure you, I guess, register for it. It's open. It's open to sophomores, juniors, and seniors. For the sophomores, it really benefits you in that it kind of goes hand in hand with world history, AP world history, because what it does is it kind of puts a visual aspect to the world events, and vice versa. So you really learn these things. If you take it at the same time, you really learn the history and art, and you're accessing different parts of the brain. Long story short, it's going to make you smarter. I guarantee it. Up next, I'm going to talk about graphic design and graphic design 2. And while I do that, I'm going to play this. I've been teaching graphic design since 2007. Pretty much it's we go over learning Photoshop. We go over learning design trends, how to design logos, poster design, image manipulation, different effects. We do posters and signs. You can learn how to do billboards, little t-shirt designs. We used to do that for a while. Stuff for the school, and photo manipulation, like I said. This is something I took around El Paso. And various just kind of fun things. Computer-based art is basically what it is. I have my degree in art, so I take an art approach to this class, and so it's really art and science at the same time. The contact information here, I guess, is right here on the organization, the student organizations part of our Eastwood's website. I'm here, Alvarado1@ysd.net. If you have any questions, or you could actually go back to my website and fill out the contact page. I think I lost the. Oh no, here we go. Let's see me present this tab. I lost that page. Really quickly here. Yeah, I'm not even sure if it was playing. So we have if on my page here, when you click on that link from the school, there's a contact information here: your name, first and last, email, and the comment. You should indicate the class of interest. Also, with the graphic design class, you have the opportunity to become certified in Adobe Photoshop and Illustrator, and you can become an Adobe Certified Associate here. And that's all I got for you. Up next is Mr. Joelle Delgado, talking about marketing, social media, sports entertainment, fashion, and entrepreneurship.
Thank you, Mr. Alvarado. Hi, my name is Joelle Delgado. I am fairly new here at Eastwood High School, but this is my first year actually that I have started teaching marketing. And so we're really, me along with Miss Garcia, are trying to boost up our marketing program here at Eastwood High School. And so I just want to talk to you really quick about a few of the classes that we are offering, as well as our student organization that we have, because I think it's pretty exciting. Now, marketing is really moves everything. It moves our culture, it moves society, it moves our world. And marketing is constantly changing. And I think that's what I love most about it, especially right now in the digital age. Marketing is more important than ever. The only businesses that are still surviving right now are the ones that have mastered marketing. And so here are the classes that we offer here at Eastwood. A couple of them new, a couple of them we've currently offer. But we want to start off with the ones that we offer for freshmen. So for freshmen, we have a new class next year that we're offering called Principles of Business, Marketing, and Finance. So this is really a 101 kind of class. It's going to cover a lot of different kinds of things in all sorts of areas of business, including marketing and finance. And so if you're kind of a freshman, or if you have a son or daughter that maybe is interested in business at all, or vaguely, they're just not sure what part of business they're interested in, this would be a really good class for them. And so that principles class is a new one. And so if you'd like that, please sign up for that. We'd also recommend digital media. So like Mr. Alvarado was talking about, a lot of the stuff that they do or work that you do in Photoshop eventually leads to making billboards and ads and all kinds of things like that. And so if you start out in digital media and then move over to your marketing classes sophomore through senior year, those skills in Photoshop are really going to help you create some high quality content. And so we'd encourage you to take either one of those classes as a freshman who's interested in marketing. Then on to our upperclassmen. These are two classes that I have started teaching this year. This was my first year teaching them. Sports entertainment marketing and social media marketing. Now, both of these are semester classes, so you kind of have to take them together, one during the fall and one during the spring. But they're both really exciting. They're both really fun. In all sorts of marketing, I believe that there is no better way to learn than to actually do. So we're not sitting there doing worksheets or going through a textbook trying to learn about marketing. The only way you can actually learn about marketing is actually doing. My strategy is to try to give you as much real world experience as you possibly can get in this world of sports and entertainment, as well as social media, which is actually pretty easy. All of us have access to social media. All of us are marketing ourselves in some way. And so to be able to do that in a real world kind of way is the way that I approach these classes. And we talk about all kinds of things, from professional sports down to how do you market even high school sports and high school athletes, as well as all kinds of social media trends, from Facebook to Instagram to, of course, the king and kings of TikTok. We talk a lot about TikTok in my class, and it's fun. We talk about the people on there as well as the strategies. There's more money in social media now than probably ever before. And so super exciting classes, interesting topics. So if you're interested in business or marketing at all, I'd encourage you to sign up for one of those. Next year, we're hoping to add on these two classes. These are both also semester classes: fashion marketing and then advertising. The fashion marketing world has completely turned itself upside down in terms of the fashion industry, because of the fact, especially with COVID, that retail places are going out of style. And so the world of fashion marketing is coming online. And so we'll talk about how hype beast kind of brands like Supreme and Off-White and people like Virgil Abloh, what they're doing in the space of fashion. And then advertising is just everything else in addition to social media that is necessary for marketing to actually occur. And so we'll talk about anything from billboards to TV ads to internet ads, YouTube pre-rolls, anything like that. All kinds of stuff that's in there. So again, two other exciting, kind of interesting classes where we're just going to talk about the real people that are doing real things right now. So whether that's your favorite social media star or the biggest celebrity, A-list celebrity, All of it. We've got to talk about it, and we got to talk about it now because it's constantly changing. This is a year-long class, entrepreneurship. So this is really all about how to build your own business. So going through how to create a business plan and how to actually go from 0 to 1 and starting your own business. This is a kind of a passion of mine because I started my own business coming out of college and did that for a couple of years. And so that experience was super valuable to me. And so I want to, again, try to make that as real as possible for you because I know there's students out there right now who are trying their own side hustles to make their own money. And so this class is for those kids those students who want to, be their own boss and make their own money and have their own business. Finally, for juniors and seniors, we have Practicum in Marketing Dynamics. Ms. Garcia teaches this class. This is actually where you are going to work part of your day at a job. And so we'll help you get a job somewhere. And you'll be able to work part of your day there. And you will spend the other part of your day actually at school. And so if you're interested in that, if you're interested in being able to get credit for having that job, no matter where it is, then I definitely encourage you to sign up for Practicum in Marketing Dynamics with Ms. Garcia. And then finally, I just wanted to quickly talk about our marketing student organization, Deca. This is a student organization to help build up those business and leadership skills. This is us at a leadership conference last year. We do have competitions where we put you inside of a scenario and give you kind of a real world case study. And then you have to come up with the solution to whatever problem you are faced with. And so everyone gets dressed up. This is at the district level competition. And then you can move on to the state level, which is usually in Dallas, Fort Worth, somewhere over there. Super exciting. Literally hundreds and hundreds of kids that come together and all dressed up, suited up, ready to go and ready to compete to see who's the best business person. And so that is Texas Deca. I would encourage you to go check out their Instagram as well as texasdeca.org. Our Deca Troop is the Instagram tag for our organization here at Eastwood. So look up Deca Troop on Instagram or texasdeca.org to find out more information about that. As well as you can contact me or Ms. Garcia at these emails, jdelgado58@ysd.net or Ms. Garcia at agarcia9@ysd.net. We'd love to answer any questions that you might have, but marketing is super exciting, super amazing. And so we'd hope that you join one of those classes. We think this is gonna be huge. And so we're excited about it. And that's it. That's all that I have. Up next, I'm sending it to Miss Delgado Rangel with audio video classes.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Stephanie Delgado Rangel. I am the audio video production teacher at Eastwood High School. I've been teaching for 10 years at Eastwood High School, and I'm so excited to share my video production course with you. Anyone who takes my class, I'm not sharing at the moment because I am going to add my Weebly, but anyone who takes my class will learn how to create videos and use proper filming and editing techniques using industry acceptable equipment. So aside from using industry-related acceptable equipment, we also have a brand new studio that we can't wait to use. It will be used for the first time when students return to class because last year we still had to wait on the equipment that we had ordered for this year. So our studio is ready to go and ready for our students to use. But students enrolled in my class will also learn communication skills. They will learn to collaborate and work with others. And they will have extended opportunities to showcase what they've learned in my classes by attending a international convention where they compete filming and editing their creative content to meet a deadline. So for students who are interested in competing out of town, this international competition takes place in a different state every year. So students really work hard and they look forward to attending that convention because it really showcases the hard work and the effort that they put into their daily assignments because that really is their practice. For students who want to compete that are not able to travel because they're involved in athletics or they have other commitments, they can still participate in UIL, which is another form of competition. So they won't lose out in that aspect of my class. For students who are interested in certifying, my class also offers a certification, which is under the Adobe Premiere Pro certification program. And it's an industry accepted editing software that they get the opportunity to certify in. I am going to share with you my Weebly page because my students work so hard and they are very creative, and my class provides that opportunity for them to showcase their creativity, and it also allows for them to think outside of the box and be innovative. So I'm going to share my screen with you so that you can see the website that my students put together in just a second. All right. So this is the video production, video technology Weebly page. So students who take my class start off in Principles of Audio Video Production pathway. So that's the first class that they will take if they do choose the pathway. And I'm going to show you a video that my freshmen start off learning the programs with. Let me see if it'll play. Oh no. Okay, the internet is a little bit slow, but that's okay. You can always go and visit our Weebly page and watch it on your own. But they create recruitment videos, and they create weather videos and broadcast videos, and they create all things digital. That's our saying in my classroom, that everything that you can possibly think of that comes out on TV, we learn how to create it. If you visit our Weebly page, you will see that we have a film and broadcast team, which is composed of students who are currently taking my Principles of Audio Video Production course. They are in the Audio Video Production 1 course. They are in the Audio Video Production 2 course, which is the advanced course that is that also has a lab. So students that are taking my Video Production 2 course will be with me for 2 class periods. But my students create content, they manage the website, it's their responsibility to keep up with our Weebly account. So they publish the content for you all to see. So in our program, we have the eTroop Review, which is a monthly segment where we recap the most important events, stories, progressions, and announcements that occur within the month. So every month, our students put together a segment to share out with the community. Our KEHS team, which is composed of our students, also does a weekly broadcast segment, which has our newscast, which is our daily announcements, weather, a sports report, and much more. We have our weather team. At our international competition, we did win first place in this weather category. So that first place video is there for you guys to see. They do learn green screen and keying, so we work very well. Our career and technical education department works hand in hand with other classes because they all tie into each other. So we work with the EPAN group, which will be presented a little bit later, but we help them create the content for the Jumbotron. So we help with the hype videos for the football games. We help create the football lineup, and along with any other sport videos that need to be created, my students create them in class because my class is project-based. So students work to film and edit their content for all activities at Eastwood High School. They also participate in UIL. So this is the UIL entry that we submitted last year. If we scroll down, we had the opportunity in 2014 to participate in a Shattered Dreams project, which was a It was a show that was put on using students and community members to show what it would be like to experience a tragic event with the school students. So we work really well with our students and the classes. We work around the classes that they're taking. If we go to our portfolio, and I'm not going to go through everything, but if we go to the About Me, it will tell you about our program. I have the video production pathway. So if you are interested in creating videos, I have the recommended outline for what classes you should take if you are going to stay with me all 4 years. I do have students that will take me from their freshman year and stay with me up until their 4th year of high school, which is their senior year. The only time that they will not have me is when they take their sophomore year credit. And that's because they are encouraged to take either graphic design or digital media. And if they can't get into those digital media or graphic design classes because they're very popular, the animation class is a really amazing class to join also because they work really well with our newscast. The graphic design teacher and the animation teacher help with the animations for our lower thirds and our graphics for our introductions. And just like Mr. Alvarado had said in an earlier, in his presentation, that they create all of the photoshopped images and then they go ahead and help us and they integrate it with our newscast. So if your child is taking a graphic design class or the digital media or animation, chances are that you're going to see your child's work in my class because we do produce videos and content for the school. So if you have any more questions, you can look through our Weebly. Yes, we have a section where you can meet the team. This is on our way to Washington last year. We were at the airport getting ready to go compete, and then we had to come back early. We have a gallery that shows what kind of things the students are doing, and they're just kind of showcasing their work. So if you're interested, we have a contact form on the Weebly page, but because it's a Weebly page and it's so small, I created another kind of sheet for you to take a picture of if you would like my contact information. The video Alvarado, he's our co-sponsor. He also co-sponsors the video production classes, and he is the one who helps students if they're interested in podcast and audio recording. So these are a whole bunch of great opportunities that tie into one course. And that is it for me. I am going to pass it on to the engineering teacher, which is taught by Mr. Raul Torres.
Hi, good afternoon or good evening. It's actually Mr. Duran, but it's okay. I appreciate that. I'm going to go ahead and talk a little bit about the engineering program that that I teach here at Eastwood High School. Let me just get this straightened out. Okay, so engineering design and problem solving. She mentioned Mr. Raul Torres. He teaches robotics. Okay, this is more of an overall engineering class that I teach. It's for seniors, engineering design and problem solving. They will go through the engineering pathway to get to this class. I just want to go over a couple of things that they will experience in the class. Okay, the first thing that I like to start off the class or the year by doing is letting the kids explore engineering opportunities. Okay, students, it says here, students will discover opportunities for themselves and present them to the class. So everything that we do in class, they're required to present to their classmates. Okay, they research scholarships, internships, jobs available. This allows them to understand and learn how to create letters of interest for college applications, to ask teachers for letters of recommendation, and also how to what they need in order to complete those college applications. Okay, just a quick note on this. I have had students in the past where, as a matter of fact, last year I had a student who was in my class and also in robotics, and she made a presentation about a scholarship. And this is at the beginning of the year. You know, scholarship deadlines are usually November, December, January timeframe. And she actually told me in February that she received that scholarship. So I'm doing these things in class to benefit the kids and for them just to see, to get their feet wet as to what to expect in engineering when they move out of Eastwood High School. Okay. Another thing that I love to do in this class is CAD modeling. We use the program Inventor. It's a professional 3D modeling program. I'm trying to see if we can possibly get the students Inventor certified. I know that a lot of engineering firms in the region use this type of software. Okay, it's very similar to AutoCAD. And the reason I do this 3D CAD modeling is for them to understand geometric solids, for them to understand how to dimension, create explosions and assemblies. And then everything that we design in class, I make them 3D CAD model it first before we either build it. And then last year, our capstone project was going to be to solve a problem, because that's the name of the class, solve a problem, and then create a design. And then we were going to 3D print it. I do have several 3D printers in the class. And unfortunately, last year, we weren't able to get to that because of the start date of that pandemic and the kids getting out of school. I do want to just show you a couple of things that we do in Inventor. This is the 3D modeling program that we use. The kids are able to make all of these designs, from simple designs to, you know, threaded dowels to, this is a ant feeder that one of my kids made. Also, this is just a wheel, like a rim. Like I said, there's everything, usually everything that is put into place, or let's say like toys, or, you know, even the 3D printers themselves, you know, they got to be modeled somehow on some CAD program. This is just an example of a spring. This is an example of a full assembly. I mentioned a full assembly. Student made a locker. Okay, and they designed, you know, what the locker would consist of. This is just like a yoga mat holder, and then just a USB holder, their phone holder. They had like a lunchbox case on the bottom, and, you know, it moves and it's very interactive, and it's, like I said, it's very beneficial for the kids. This is an example of a bridge that we do build. This is a design and build project that we do in the class. They design a bridge, a truss bridge, and then I explain, you know, how to analyze the forces in the members of the bridge, and then they CAD model it, and then they build it, and then we actually end up breaking them. This is the design build project that I was talking to you about. So these are some of the bridges that the kids do build. We have a table that is actually made to break these bridges, and to so that the kids can just get an understanding of how the forces are acting, you know, when a bridge is fully loaded. Okay, we also do an earthquake tower project where we build a tower, and then we put it under some seismic loading simulation. We also build a hydraulic arm, and then we have a capstone project, which is I let the kids design something that's going to fix a problem, and then they 3D CAD model it, and then 3D print it, and then at the end they make a final presentation similar to something that they would do their senior year if they were to pursue engineering. Okay, some of the concepts that we do cover, I like to go over civil engineering. I'm actually a civil engineering graduate from UTEP, so I have a little bit of experience or background knowledge of the engineering field. I also did work with TxDOT for a little while, and I did some internships around the city, building highways, surveying the Spur 601 highway and things. So I can give the kids some real life experiences and situations. We calculate water runoff. I can teach them how to calculate water supply. I like to stick to these 4 fields. These are 4 of the main engineering fields. I don't like to deviate into like aerospace engineering, things like that, because these 4 engineering disciplines are the foundation of all engineering. Okay, so when we talk about mechanical engineering, I like to teach them engineering mechanics skills, some thermal fluid science skills. When we talk about electrical, I like to analyze circuits, you know, in parallel and series. And then we talk about motors. And then when we start discussing materials engineering, we talk about stress, strain, properties of material behavior. You know, is it brittle? Is it ductile? Is it a polymer? things of that nature. Okay, and then one of the things that I'm real big on is engineering ethics. You know, the kids got to understand that engineering is it's a field that the society depends on. Okay, we design and maintain the infrastructure, and a lot of people are depending on our ethical responsibilities. Okay, so I like to use the National Society of Professional Engineers website and let the kids research you know, cases that have been brought up where, you know, either engineers are making unethical decisions, or there is something in question that is brought to the board, and then the board makes a decision, and the kids are learning, you know, it's, you know, things like conflict of interest, confidentiality, and you know, they start to understand how engineers should act and what to expect at the next level, at the professional level. Okay, here we have class discussions. And then when we do a project, every time we do a project, we present the project, and I like to incorporate professional dress. You know, punctuality is an everyday thing, and then professional presentation skills. I teach the kids how to not only make professional presentations, but how to speak appropriately to their audience, and you know, how to receive or accept constructive criticism from their classmates. Okay, without taking offense to it, because that's part of life, in my opinion. Okay, thank you very much. This is Mr. Adam Duran. There's my email. If you have any questions, you could go ahead and send me an email, and I'll reply in a timely fashion. There's my my classroom phone number. And then next up, I want to introduce Miss Leslie Aiken. She's going to be presenting about a practicum in business management. Thank you.
Thanks, Mr. Duran. My name is Leslie Akins. I am the business practicum teacher here at Eastwood High School. I know that Mr. Delgado spoke earlier about the marketing practicum, and this is about the business practicum. I am looking for those kids that are juniors or seniors next year. They have a job. They're looking for some time. They have extra hours in their class periods because they are on track with their course credits. They have good attendance. They have good grades. I hope that those kids will consider practicum. Not only do they work and they get a portion of the day off if they have met all the other criteria, we also work on resumes in class, job applications, interviews, the laws for employment, how to dress appropriately for your employment. We talk about budgets, taxes, and so much more. This is my Weebly site. So it is linked to the EHS webpage that Ms. Torres showed you earlier in the evening. There's also on this Weebly site, I'm not going to show you, but Ms. Delgado Rangel, her students, one of her students created this video to show you some of the things that we do in practicum. I also have a link, or right here is the information that I'm asking. If you're interested in it, please fill it out, send it to me. You can also contact me if you need something, or if you have more questions. My email address is lakins. It's right here at the bottom, lakins@yisd.net. And I hope that if you are going to be a junior or senior next year, that you will consider it if you do meet all the criteria. The next person that I'm going to introduce is Mr. Carrasco. He's going to talk to you all about the Eastwood Performance and Athletic Network. Thank you so much for this evening, and have a great night.
Hey everyone, good evening. Thank you for joining us. I know it's been a long night, but I hope you got a lot of information from a lot of our groups. Everybody's been doing a great job in exposing what our campus has to offer. So thank you to everyone that presented. I'm going to talk very briefly. I'm going to go a few minutes on what EPAN is. If you're watching on our YouTube link, more than likely you know what we do and what we produce for you guys. So I'm gonna present our website. I'm coming to you from the gym, so give me a second here. So if you've seen any of our productions lately, especially with COVID, we've been able to produce a lot more events for our campus. Our actual class or program when it goes back to 2018, late summer of 2018, when we began to stream some of our events, and we've been very successful. So I like the fact that our Eastwood campus continues to encourage live streaming, and now that we obviously we can't have fans in the buildings, we've been able to showcase our students to our community and throughout our nation. So I'm proud of that, and our partnership with ScoreVision and whatnot that allows us to produce these events for you. If you go down here, you can see we have our kids working all our games. You can see our football activities, our vol activities. We have several games that we produced, and basically it's the back end of it. It's the production aspect, how to set up cameras, tripods, you know, all the good stuff to be able to make a production go live and bring a quality product to your home and people that are watching outside with us. So that's what we do. We run the Eastwood Sports Twitter account. So we do a lot of promoting of our events as well. We try to get our students recognized as much as we can, and try to promote Eastwood and their athletics and their performance, going back to Saltatrix and Chuperettes and everybody else that participates here on campus. So this is what we do. We're trying to grow the program. It's slowly and surely getting there. I know there's a lot more things that we can work with, but we are trying our best to bring you a good quality product to your home, and you can watch, you know, on YouTube and whatnot. So if you're interested, or if you know of someone that's interested in joining us, by all means, go ahead and reach out to us on Twitter, or even on this website, eastwoodsports.weebly.com. You can click here on where it says join, and it'll send us to our email. My email is ccarrasco4@ysd.net. And I'm glad to hear from you if you're interested in any aspect of production, if it's a camera working, or if it's social media, if it's play-by-play action. There's a lot of things that come into play when it comes to this program. So I'm excited to continue working with this, and Mr. Bernal, who is my co-sponsor, my go-to guy here at Eastwood, and that's all I have. I wanted to keep it as short as possible. So I'm gonna go back to the meet, and I'm gonna introduce Ms. Galindo, who is our last presenter of the evening, and she is going to present our cheer. So go ahead, Ms. Galindo.
Thank you, Mr. Carrasco. So as he mentioned, we are last for tonight's production, and I just want to acknowledge all our Eastwood teachers that participated tonight. I've been able to view all the presentations, and I just want to say how proud I am to work among so many amazing teachers. We truly are El Paso's finest. So if you are a future trooper or a current trooper, I hope that you share the same excitement and that you are proud to be an Eastwood trooper and just to be a part of this community. And as I was listening to the presentations, I couldn't help but to just be excited and want to take the classes myself, because I know growing up, we didn't have these opportunities. So I really hope that you take advantage, and I do encourage you all to do your research, find a class that you love, that will interest you, and give them a shot and see how it goes. So with that being said, my name is Laura Galindo. I am the head cheer coach here at Eastwood High School. I'm going to present my screen. I did want to share just a couple of important dates for our tryouts, and then I'm going to go on and pass the floor to my current captain. So as I said, our tryouts will be in April this year. We don't know if they will be virtual or in person. However, it is important that you save the date on March 25th at 6 p.m. We will be having a virtual parent meeting, and this meeting is mandatory if you are interested in trying out for Eastwood's cheer team. So if you are interested, please email me, lgalindo4@ysd.net, and the meeting is March 25th at 6 p.m. And it is mandatory for both parent and candidate to be present. So without further ado, I do want to pass the floor on to one of my current captains. Her name is Isabel Morales.
Hi, my name is Isabel and I'm the captain, and today I'll just be talking about tryouts and what you should expect at tryouts. And one of the things to expect is to learn a dance, a cheer, and to do 3 jumps. Yes. And then we don't know if it's going to be virtual or in person yet, but we'll let you guys know as soon as we know. And you'll have 2 days to learn the choreography, which would be the dance and the cheer. And then on the 3rd day, that's when you try out. And if you are going to try out, just be sure to attend our parent meeting. And if you have any questions or concerns, you can always email Miss Galindo. And her email is lgalindo4@ysd.net.
Hi everyone, so my name is Bella and I'm this year's varsity captain. So a few things that I wanted to share with everyone about our team is one of our premise of our team that our coaches really emphasize on is unity. Our success is really based on how close we are, and it's really important that we are super supportive of each other. So we have this tradition, and it's our little sister, big sister. So every year a returning girl will be a big sister to a new incoming girl, and we just try to help them so they can feel comfortable joining the team. And we also do a lot of team socials, and this year we haven't been able to do any due to the pandemic, but hopefully by next season we'll be able to have these team socials again to help bring all 3 teams together. So as a cheerleader, again, like I said, our coaches do emphasize on more than just cheer, and that goes to our leadership skills. They have taught us to really just be a leader, whether it's at Eastwood or just in our community or in our everyday lives. So we do support all teams at Eastwood. We try to attend at least one event for every team here at our school. And we do have our performances and summer camps. So we perform at halftime, at pep rallies, at all different kinds of events. And every summer we go to at least 2 summer camps. But obviously this year we weren't able to. So we do interact with our feeder schools, with the elementary and middle schools. We're there at a lot of events that they ask us to be at. And we also do other events. We volunteered at various places. We've had the marathon that passed through Eastwood this past year. We were showing our support. So we do help in our feeder schools, and we're very involved in our community. So the last thing I want to talk about is our teams. We do have our freshman, JV, and varsity teams, and those will all be determined off of your tryout. And we do have our UIL team, which is the team that competes at the state championship. And that's usually in January or February, and it's in Fort Worth, Texas. So we go out there and we compete against all the other schools in the state of Texas. We do have our competition team, which is our local competitive team. So we compete locally against all the other high schools here. So lastly, I just wanted to say that if you guys are interested in our program, we have social medias where you can see some of our performances and a lot of the things we do. So our Instagram is Eastwood HS Cheer, and our Twitter is cheer_Eastwood. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much, Bella and Isabel. And if you are interested, please don't be afraid. Don't be intimidated. You never know if you try out. And in closing, I believe Mr. Carrillo will be closing our event.
Thank you, Coach Galindo. Good evening, Eastwood Learning Community. I'm Mr. Carrillo. I'm assistant principal here. And thank you so much for joining us tonight. We are so pleased to know that you were able to see our programs, our clubs and organizations. We are so proud of them. And I'm so proud of them because of their dedication and love to serve our learning community. You can see why we are the home of El Paso's finest. So with that said, I have a few quick reminders here, and please make plans to attend our virtual parent meetings next week regarding registration and the transfer process for next school year. And the first night will be Wednesday, January 20th, and this will be for 10th, 11th, and 12th graders. The following day, which would be Thursday, January 21st, will be for our 9th graders who will be joining Trooper Nation. That would be for Thursday, January 21st. And before we conclude tonight, I would like to recognize Ms. Torres, the mastermind for tonight. And of course, her hardworking support, Ms. Alvidres and Mr. Carrasco. So thank you very much for your dedication as well and the love to serve our Eastwood community. So with that said, thank you so much to everybody. Good night and